Today we are going to be painting the color wheel. We're going to start with the primary colors and then go in and do the secondary and intermediate colors. The first thing we need to do is prepare our color wheel. So at your table you have two circle tracers, paper and a pencil, and the first thing I want you to do on the back is write your name. Go ahead and flip it over. And you're going to have to share this template, but what you're going to do is you're going to trace it, and you'll notice that there are also little blue marks for you so we can make the different sections of our color wheel. There are 12 colors on the color wheel, so we will be making 12 sections. So I'm going to start by tracing the circle, and once I've traced it, go through and put marks at those lines. Next, you're going to take the ruler and you're going to connect the lines, and you're going to notice that all of the lines intersect in the middle. Now, they may not be perfect, and that's okay, but you do want them all going through the middle. So I'm going to start connecting. And make sure you line them up. Looks like it's going through the middle. I'll draw it. I will keep going to the next one, to the left and then to the right, going through the middle. Again, if they don't match up perfectly, that's okay. The point of this lesson is not to have it be perfect, but to learn about color mixing. Now I have 12 sections. Next, let's label them so that when we're painting we know where to go. Let's start with red. Work our way to the right. We have red, violet, violet, blue, violet. Then we have blue, blue, green, green, yellow, green, yellow, yellow, orange, orange, and red orange. When you are labeling the color wheel, you always put, for the intermediate color, you always put the primary color first. For example, red, violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red, orange. Now we are ready to paint. Now at your table, you have 6 tempera cakes, but you could only use the primary colors. I do not want to see anyone using green, violet, or orange. We are only practicing with the primary colors. So the first thing you can do is you're going to paint your primary colors. Go ahead and start with red. Again, don't worry too much about craftsmanship here. Rinse my brush. Go ahead and get yellow. Just starting with the basic primary colors. And finally blue. Now we're going to start and we're going to go ahead and do the orange, red orange, and yellow orange. But first we need to mix the orange. You're going to use your mixing tray. Now we are going to be mixing many colors on here, all the secondary and intermediate colors, so make sure you don't do your colors smack in the middle but kind of around the edges, so you can do a few colors, then rinse it off. Now you again are not allowed to use this orange, so you are going to use yellow. You're going to grab a little yellow, put it on your template or on your mixing palette, rinse your brush, and you also need red. Mix the two together until you have a good orange. That looks a little more red-orange to me. I'm going to grab just a little bit of yellow. And now I have a good orange. I'm going to go ahead and paint my orange. Now once you have your orange, you could either do a red orange or a yellow orange. To make it more of a red orange, you need more red. So in that same pile, all I'm going to do is add more red to make it more red orange. Now make sure it doesn't go all the way red. Now I have a red orange. Now the same thing for a yellow orange. To the same pile of paint, you can go ahead and add more yellow. So you have more of a yellow orange. As I'm painting that, my orange could be a little brighter, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and re-mix that. Now we are ready to start the secondary color, violet. So again, on the edge of my mixing palette, I'm going to mix the two primary colors, red and blue. Making sure I'm keeping the paints clean. Mix the two together. And I have a violet. Go ahead and paint that violet. And the same thing, you can either add more red to make a red violet or a more blue to add blue violet. So I'm going to go ahead and right away just add a little bit more red to make more of a red violet. That looks a little too red. I'm going to grab just a teeny bit more blue. You have a red violet. And now to make a blue violet, I will add more blue. Now we are ready for green. So for green, you're going to need yellow and blue. And get a little bit more paint here. Oops. And a little bit blue. And again, now this kind of still looks like a blue-green instead of a green, so I have to add a little bit more yellow. Now I have a green. I'm going to go ahead and paint my green. And now you can do your yellow green and your blue green. So I'm going to go ahead and add more yellow to make it more of a yellow green. I'll paint my yellow green. Then I'm going to add more blue to make my blue green. And now I am done with my color wheel.